and welcome to my channel. If you are not following me on my Instagram, you should. It's at CarolCosmos, the same way it's spelled on this channel. But I created a poll a couple days ago asking my followers there to choose the topic of this video. I gave them two options: a declutter, which is what we're going to do today, and a shop my stash featuring 10 spring outfits. So I'm going to use my closet to create 10 outfits. The majority asked for a declutter, so I have right here about 25 products that I'll be showing you. These products are leaving my collection. Some of them, the ones that no longer work, will be thrown into the bin, and the others will be donated into some organizations that are in more need of these items than I am. So without any further chatting, let's talk about what's in this box. I will not use any real order. I'll talk about them at a random order, so to say. The first item, which is an item that I really couldn't wait to declutter. The moment I tried it, I knew that I had to do a declutter because I hate it. And it's the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. The only thing it grips is foundation into my smile lines and my expression lines. If I want to look 2,500 years old, then this is the product that I would use. It doesn't feel good, it feels tacky. Then you're supposed to wait a minute or something, and I waited. I used all sorts of foundations, all sorts of application methods. Nothing worked. This thing ages me. It makes every foundation I use and I apply just like it get absorbed and stick into my smile lines, and it accentuates everything that I don't want to see on my face. No, this was horrible. This was by far the worst product I've ever tried in my entire life. The worst. The absolute worst. Then I'm going to talk about this. I love Fenty glosses. If there's anything that I love from that brand, it's glosses. This one looks like I just ate a greasy donut with a ton of powdered sugar on it. It's white. It looks white on my lips. It does not look natural. It does not look juicy. It looks like I forgot to wipe my mouth after eating a greasy sugared donut. Not a good look. I don't know how it can make this look good on you, and if you have pigmented lips or if you have ebony skin, I think this looks ashy. I don't like this one either. Not every product that's in here I don't like. Some products I like, but I had to make some strict decisions. Okay, next we have a gloss from Pixi. This is the Pixi and Chloe Morello gloss in the shade Take. I don't know who Chloe Morello is. I'm assuming she's an actress, a singer, something. Maybe you can enlighten me. Anyways, I didn't really look into it. I should have, but I didn't really care. This gloss is like beautiful looking initially, but then I find that once it dries down, all the glitter and the shimmer in it just migrates all over my chin. I look like I have a shimmery chin afterwards, and that's not really supposed to happen. It's a beautiful product when you first apply it, but if you don't keep reapplying it, the shimmer, once this dries, will just explode all over your face, and I'm not the biggest fan, although the shade looks lovely. Like, genuinely, it's a beautiful color. Not my favorite formula. I used to love these. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Tiramisu. I really used to love this. I had another one. I don't remember the name of the shade, but I loved this one, and this is the one that I actually kept when I did my initial declutter a long time ago. But this is a gloss that is relatively more on the pigmented side. I like sheer glosses with a ton of sparkles. This is a pigmented gloss with not a lot of sparkle at all. So this isn't exactly my preference. And when I think of a gloss, this is literally like the least favorite gloss that I have in my collection, and probably one that I will never ever use. So this could go to someone else who would give it a lot more love than I ever will. More glosses. These are the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip. I have two shades. I kept one in my collection because I couldn't bring myself to get rid of it. But these have a brush applicator. And I'm not a fan of glosses with a brush applicator. I like a doe foot applicator. I just find it to apply the product more elegantly and without any streaks. Other than that, don't know why, but the smell has changed rather quickly. I don't know if it's a sign that these have gone bad or anything. They don't feel like they've gone bad, they feel normal. It's just the smell that has changed. And that's kind of why I'm like, okay, I don't like the applicator, I don't love the smell anymore. I think I'm gonna get rid of them. One more lip product. This is the ColourPop Velvet Blur lipstick in the shade Vignette. It's a beautiful brown. But I already have a brown lipstick that I'm so obsessed with that anytime I want to wear a brown lipstick, I never think of this. Although it's a good product, I just already have my favorite brown lipstick, and this just sits and collects dust in my drawer, and it's a shame because it's a lovely product and someone else should be using this. Someone else should be loving on this because it deserves all the love that there can ever be, honestly. Alright. I think we're done with lip products. Let's talk about eye products. Let's start with this. I already talked about this in one of my recent-ish videos. This is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal glitter liner in the shade Punk Rock. This is a purple lip liner that I was, I think, coerced into purchasing. The sales associate wouldn't leave me alone. She was terrifying, scary, and I bought it out of fear. Not because I actually wanted it. Every time I use it, I'm like, no, I don't like a purple glitter liner. I like a lighter glitter liner. I like my glitters to be bright and light. This is just like a dark glitter and it's not necessarily my vibe. I'm sure it's someone else's vibe. I'm sure it's that sales associate's vibe. It's just not mine, and I don't know why I bought it. If anybody ever nags about you buying something and you feel in your heart of hearts that you're not supposed to, listen to yourself. Listen to your heart. Don't listen to the sales associate. Oh my god, I can't speak. Okay, more eye stuff. This is my Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes. This is a beautiful eyeshadow palette that I never ever use. It's a beautiful quality. It's a good color combination, and they're all mattes and I love mattes. But I already have these exact shades 101 times in my collection, so I can probably donate this to someone who would love it more than I will. I also decided to get rid of only half of my ColourPop eyeshadows. I have here about 22 or 23, I think 22 ColourPop singles. I already have 24 in my collection other than these. So I had a lot of them. I had a lot of them floating in my collection, so I swatched all of them. Any shadow that I could dupe in my collection had to go. All of these I can dupe in my collection and I don't need them. So although these are beautiful eyeshadows, ColourPop's formula is exquisite, but I already have these shades and I'm happy with the collection that I have. So these can go. Oh, this was painful. I held on to this for a long time without ever using it. I used it 3 times, I think, and I wasn't ever obsessed with the look that I would ever get. I tried every single shade. I tried to create looks. I was never happy with the looks that I created. The only shade, to be completely honest, the only shade that I really like here is this one. I think it's called Just a Kiss. It's like this glitter top coat, and that's why I like it. Other than that, I'm not a fan of any of these shades, and I think I can find dupes for them in my collection already with formulas that I prefer more than I prefer the formula right here. I love Desi especially, and I really like Katie, and I love Dose of Color. I think it's a great company. It's a great brand. I'm just not someone who loves this palette, unfortunately. Another palette that I'm getting rid of is my Tarteist Pro palette by Tarte or Tartiste, I'm not sure. This is how it looks. It has beautiful mattes and mediocre shimmery satin shades at best. The mattes are great, but I already have these shades in my collection. They already exist. I don't need it. Someone else could get it. And this would be a nice palette to give to someone who's just about to start or is interested in makeup, because it has almost everything that they could ever want. It's a good palette to have if you didn't have a huge collection. Not complexion. What's a huge complexion? Anyways, next. I think, yeah. Some products that I'm completely going to get rid of are these two. This is a Stila, whatever, glitter and glow glitter product. It's completely dry, flaky, and it no longer applies nicely on the eyes. It's going into the bin. And then same thing with the ColourPop Jelly Much eyeshadows. Once they are dry, they're no longer fun. This was a beautiful shade. I have the shade Big Ego. It was lovely. But, I don't know. It's dry and it's not fun to use anymore. Any more eye products? I don't think so. Okay, now we have some cheek products. Let's talk about this. This is the Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe Highlighting Palette. It's a nice product. It's a really, really good product. And I know that there are some YouTubers that swear by this. When I think of a gold, let me show you. When I think of a gold blush or highlighter, I have another one that I think of automatically. This does not cross my mind. This shade specifically, no. When I think of a pink highlighter, the same thing. I think maybe like Pillow Talk from Ofra or something else. Same thing with this like shimmer, pinky champagne shade. When I think of it, although it's a beautiful palette, it's just one that I never even remember to use. And I would rather give it to someone else who would cherish it and use it more than me, because it has quite a variety. And I'm sure that someone else would enjoy it a lot more than I personally will. Blush sticks from ColourPop. This thing is so dry and difficult to use. I tried it twice. It still looks brand new, basically. And if you apply it over foundation, I feel like it just picks your foundation up and it just erases it off of your face. If you apply it on your bare skin, it tugs, it's not comfortable. I don't know, I don't like it. Not my favorite product by far. This was really painful. This is the Marc Jacobs, what is it called? Spotlight Glow Stick. This is a good product if you weren't lazy enough and you would pick a brush, because just like wiping this on your face, like passing it on your skin, this is too big just for highlighter. This could be a foundation. This is just thick and bulky. If this was round and skinny, I would have loved it. This packaging is beautiful, but it should have been round and not like an oval kind of shape. Unfortunately, it has to go. Alright, the Stila, what are they called? Water Blossom? No. Aqua Glow Watercolor Blush. And I have the shade Water Blossom. It's a beautiful shade, but it just almost disappears on my skin because I think it evaporates. I don't know, I don't like it, and it's really tacky on my cheeks. Not my favorite product. Nope. Flexitarian from ColourPop. This is the most confusing product to use. Do I use my fingers? When I use my fingers, I don't like the result. Do I use a brush? I feel like the brush just like struggles to pick it up. I don't know how to really use it. I used it initially as like an inner corner highlight, but this is a huge product and someone else could use it. Someone who isn't so stuck in their head like I am. I feel like I'm right here thinking 24/7 and I need to chill. Oh, one more eye product that I forgot to mention. Sugar Pills Butter Cupcake. This is a yellow eyeshadow. I have a yellow palette. This can go. Someone else could love this a lot more because this is a beautiful eyeshadow. I just already have yellow in my collection. I don't need 75. yellows. I don't think so. This is the Love Flush I Will Always Love You. It's just a blush by Too Faced in a beautiful coral shade. If I want a coral blush, I have 3 coral blushes that I can think of, and I forget about it. So someone else could probably use it and love it. Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes. I don't really enjoy the formula anymore. I just find it to be hard and dry and not so pigmented. I don't like it that much anymore. Although they have some beautiful shades, not my favorite. Melt Cosmetics Cali Dream Blush. It's a coral blush. Not my favorite coral blush in the world. I already have a few that I like more, so this can go. My Essence Satin Touch blushes can also go. I have my coral preferences. This isn't one of them, although the formula is excellent here. They have fantastic formulations. It's just not shades that are that unique in my collection, and I have others that I prefer over these. Some more glowy blushes. I love a more glowy blush. Finally, the last product that's in this basket or box really is my Milani highlighter. When I think of a pinky highlighter, this just does not ever cross my mind. I forget about it. So this can go. Then I have 7 products that I already gave to some people. The first one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I looked at it and stared at it and could never bring myself to create an eye look. It was like me looking at Chinese letters. I just didn't understand. And I know that I could have followed so many tutorials on YouTube. There are like thousands of tutorials on Modern Renaissance. I just wasn't inspired, so I just donated it. Juvia's Place Masquerade. My least favorite Juvia's Place palette of all time. A palette that makes no sense. The color family just like, it's not even a family. It's like 2 different cities, 5 different cities, 24 different cities, all mixed into one palette. I hated it. Hourglass Bronzer. I did not enjoy the formula and the color anymore. There came a point where I had so many other bronzers that I would rather use other than that one. The Hourglass Highlighter. Dry and flaky and chalky, not my favorite. The Glossier Highlighting Stick, I don't remember what it's called. Is it called Moonstone? I don't remember which one I had. I had the palest one. I have other stick highlighters that I prefer, so I gave it away to someone else who could use it and love it more than me. Becca highlighter in Moonstone, same thing. When I think of a kind of beigey highlighter, I think of the Balm Mirror Luminizer, not Moonstone. I didn't really love the formula that much, and I much prefer Becca, the Balm's Mirror Luminizer. Finally, we have the Charlotte Tilbury. Is it called Sculpt and Glow, Bronze and Glow, Define and Glow, something and Glow, the palette, the Art Deco style palette with a contour and a highlighter. I didn't love it that much. It wasn't my favorite product. It had to go. So, I talked a lot. I hope that you're still with me. I salute you for hanging on and still being with me, and I hope that you had a drink next to you because I'm personally quite thirsty right now. Anyways, thank you so much for watching today's declutter, and if you need an encouragement to go declutter your collection, I highly encourage you. It will feel amazing, especially if you know that there are people who will love it. If you have someone in mind that you can envision using those products, I think it will definitely motivate you to donate them. Other than that, I'm done for this video. I will see you